Yeah, my name is Loy LaVere Burton. Well, today it's beautiful. Today it's that's what it is. It's a relationship. When I was a child, it was broken. It was broken, like me, and I struggled out there trying to fill my flesh, basically trying to fill a hole most of my life. You know, so I didn't really have a relationship. I had a dose of religion when I was a child. What God was, and He was the Father. Of everything, and my relationship with my dad was broken. So when I heard about this guy being a father, I just kind of rebelled against it for about 40 years, for most of my life. I'm a baby. I'm a baby Christian. Today my relationship is I'm a servant. I'm a saint. I love on people today. I try to look at people the way he does. Well, the brokenness that I came out of, the brokenness that I was in, it was a lot of violence in my childhood. So I grew up really angry at God and basically angry at the world. So I didn't trust people. I was detached from society. I was an introverted drug addict is what I was when Papa got hold of me. I would say I found him, but he found me. You know, I don't feel worthy to be speaking for him because of how I lived my life, but what he called me out of, I would love to keep other people from having to experience. And that's why I call myself a servant. When I talk about my relationship with him, I'm a disciple. I'm a pupil. I'm his son. But I'm also a servant. He's everything to me. The attacks on my flesh, because I don't war against the flesh, but I war against my own. Because the 40 years I was in the desert, I fed my flesh. And he says, pick up your cross and follow me. And I didn't understand that, but now I I crucify my flesh daily, because it rears up. The things of the world still come in, but my relationship with him is so strong today that it's easy for me to see it, to see. Oh, of course, when I was a child, okay, I'll just, my dad was an alcoholic and drug addict, and he hurt his children, okay? And so when he left, I was about 9. And my mom, God bless her, she got us into church and tried to introduce us to, Christian value. And I didn't understand that because of what had happened to me. So that just, it was, to me back then, it was just wrong. How could that be? And I didn't understand that God wanted to be my friend. I thought he wanted to run me, because he's God and I'm not. I didn't know he wanted to be my friend and walk with me. I thought he was this condemning thing that was going to send me to hell for being me. That's what I thought. So I ran from him. But you can't run from him. Yeah, I ran hard though. Kind of shaped me into what I am today though. I was only running to him. The more I ran, yeah, I see it today. I didn't see it then. It's well, it didn't really start changing until I picked up his word and started really um, becoming obedient. I became willing to look at something other than myself, because I was destroying my life and I was destroying everybody around me, with my addictions. Because it's not just about drugs and alcohol. It's about everything that your flesh says it wants, you know. So I struggled with that my whole life, and about 4 years ago, I came really close to dying. And in that state that I was in, it was because of drug use and ignorance, And in that state, I cried out to him. And I wasn't really sure if he'd listen or if he was even listening to me. But I was so close to death that I had to do something, and I cried out to him and he heard me. And he saved my life, like on a supernatural level, And I couldn't go an hour without shooting dope. I couldn't go an hour without a drink. And that was just gone. In an instant, it was gone in both of us. He delivered both of us out of our addiction with so much grace that we never had any cravings. We never had suffered any withdrawal, no sickness at all. So when that happened, I came to this church, and I've been here ever since, chasing Papa, yeah, chasing after him, man. I've had my fill out there. Well, he saved my life. He saved my life. He saved both of us. Can I leave you with some scripture? Can I leave you with 1 Corinthians chapter 13? Because this is what Dixie Pebworth showed me. He showed me love, so that it hooked me, because I never had it in my life, I've had people talk about it, but it's an action, And he says, though I speak with tongues of men and of angels and have not charity, then I am become a sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal. And though I have the gift of prophecy and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith so that I could remove mountains and have not charity, I'm nothing. And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned and have not charity, it profiteth me nothing. Charity suffereth long and is kind. Charity envieth not. Charity vaunteth not itself, is not puffed up, does not behave itself unseemly, seeks not her own, is not easily provoked, thinketh no evil, rejoices not in iniquity, but rejoices in the truth, bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Charity never fails. But where there be prophecies, they shall fail. And where there be tongues, they shall cease. And where there be knowledge, it shall vanish away. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part. But when that which is perfect is come, then that which is in part shall be done away. Here's the good part. When I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child, and I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. For now we see through the glass darkly, but then face to face. For now I know in part, but then shall I know, even as also I am known. And now abideth faith, hope, and charity, these three. But the greatest of these is charity. And that's 1 Corinthians chapter 13. Dixie gives me these because he wants me to get it in my heart. I didn't have anything in my heart except hate and hurt my whole life. And when I came here, he showed me something I never had. So I try to get it in me, because he says if I put it up here, it'll get down in here. And it seems to work. So I'm hooked. I guess I'm a Jesus freak. No, I love him with everything I am and everything I'll ever be. You know, even in my darkest days, he was right there. When I didn't, because I was real unlovable. But he was loving on me even then. Even then he was loving me. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here.